So we all know Facebook, whether you've used it in the past or you're currently using it, even though most people that use it anymore are like pretty much just boomers that are getting into like 2006 memes. But if you didn't know, Facebook has recently been getting into the Metaverse, you know, this VR kind of whole world of their own, and the Metaverse is going to be the end of Facebook. So recently Facebook had an earnings call. If you don't know about what that is, it's pretty much like a stock market update on how the company is doing financially, and that's a very important thing for investors, you know, not just big companies, but you know, people that are invested, you know, just individuals, normal people like you and me. Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel, you have nothing to lose. And they did an earnings call and it pretty much destroyed them. Literally, it said that they went down 25% in a day. A quarter of their value fell off in a single day. That is not good news, and the reason is honestly insane. So the Metaverse, you know what, I don't care about it. And you know what, if you're watching this, you probably don't care about it either, but Facebook seems to care about it a lot more than they should be. Some people said they were buying properties. Like, I remember there was a story a while back where Walmart or some big company like that bought property in the Metaverse for some ridiculous amount of money, and now it's probably worth like 10 cents. So I think there's, you know, potential in the Metaverse. I think it's a unique idea, but there's multiple years away from, you know, having any interest. You know what, I think the majority of people don't even have VR headsets, and the ones that do aren't using it on the Metaverse. But Facebook is still dumping money into this even though there's no interest, and apparently now that we know, there's no success in it. And the reason the stock went down 25% is because not only are they throwing money at the Metaverse that's, you know, just bleeding money because no one's interested, but also because people are spending as much on Facebook advertising, which is their main thing. If you didn't know, you know, Facebook's main, you know, money cash cow is their ability to advertise on their website. If they keep throwing money at, you know, if they keep throwing money at this Metaverse, I think it's going to be a big downfall. Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg reiterated his commitment to spending billions of dollars developing the Metaverse amid investor concerns about the health of his company's online advertising business. On a call with analysts, part of Meta's third quarter earnings report, Zuckerberg and other Meta executives fielded a number of questions from analysts who sounded increasingly frustrated with the company's rising costs and expenses, which jumped 19% over a year to $22.1 billion during the quarter. Meta shares tanked 24% Thursday morning on the day after the company reported weak fourth quarter guidance below analysts' estimates. The Facebook's parent's revenue slipped 4% year over year to $27.7 billion in the third quarter, while its profit plunged from 52% to $4.4 billion. Meta's Reality Labs unit, which is responsible for developing the virtual reality, is related to augmented reality technology that underpins the yet-to-be-built Metaverse, has lost $9.4 billion so far in 2022. Revenue in that business unit dropped nearly 50% year over year to $285 billion, which Meta's chief financial officer, Dave Wellner, attributed lower Quest 2 sales, which Quest is like their VR thing, and they put all their money into the Quest sales. He says, "We do not anticipate that Reality Labs operating costs in 2023 will grow significantly year over year." Meta said in a statement, "Beyond 2023, we expect to pace Reality Labs investment such that we can achieve our goals of overall growing the company operating income in the long run." Brent Trivel, an analyst in Jefferson, said during the earnings call, the investors are likely feeling as if there are too many experimental bets versus proven bets on the core, and that's why Meta believes the experimental bets like the Metaverse will pay off. And I think that's a very good point. I mean, the Metaverse is very experimental, and I understand why Facebook would want to get their foot in the door first, because you know what, a bunch of people say it's either you do something something first in business or you do something better. And that's the way most people make their money in business. You know, you do something first. That's what Facebook is trying to do with their, you know, metaverse thing, but there's just no interest in it. And it's losing them money. I mean, in the article, it says $9.4 billion loss in 2022. That is insane money. That is so much money. Almost $10 billion loss from the metaverse. Why are they spending $10 billion to look like a 2005 Wii character? I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the metaverse, but it does not look good. There's no appeal for it to me. I mean, you know, they say you can go in and you can talk to your friends. If I want to go and talk to my friends, I'm going to go and meet them in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any interest in doing that. It's underdeveloped. The money is not, there's not enough interest. There's people that don't have enough, you know, there's not enough people with VR headsets, and they keep betting on this experimental thing instead of, you know, trying to pull in more money from their advertising, which is their main thing. And so it's like they're throwing money at something that's not making them anything, but, you know, they think it has potential. And honestly, I can see why they think it has potential, but there's no excuse for them to be spending $10 billion on this thing that looks like crap. I mean, I think, I don't know any VR games off the top of my head, but there's like this one called VR Chat that you can pretty much be like any skin of anyone you can think of, and you can implement it. And sure, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks 10 times better than the metaverse. And there's no way it costs $10 billion to make. I don't believe it, because it's a VR game. Most people aren't spending $10 billion developing a VR game. Not in case, you know, like I said, if I wanted to go hang out with my friends, I would do it in real life instead of doing it where there's 2005 Wii models. It does not look good. They're throwing all their money in one basket, and it's not working with them. I think this will lead to the death of Facebook. If I'm being completely honest, they reported like slowed user growth through their, you know, Facebook and Instagram, and they've slowed down revenue and how much people are spending on ads, because, you know, there's a recession coming and people are worried about this. And I definitely think if Facebook doesn't like immediately change course, or at least very soon change course, this could be, you know, we could be talking about the death of Facebook in just a few years. This is literally like reminiscent of Blockbuster versus Netflix, where Netflix was like, hey, let's put movies on the internet, and Blockbuster said, hey, we're not doing that, and Netflix eventually beat them out because they just wouldn't switch course. And that's what Facebook should be doing. They should be switching courses, and they should be switching courses now. But that's just my thoughts. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Yesterday we made a video talking about more climate change activists that, you know what, you know how they tried to stop climate change this time? Did they protest? Did they talk to government officials? No, they spray painted a Bugatti dealership. This is a crazy video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.